Hey guys, this is Rick at Tasty Guitar. Today we're going to be taking a look at 4 super easy but epic guitar parts from one of the most iconic funk bands of the 70s and 80s, the Brothers Johnson. Both brothers, along with their cousin Alex Weir, contributed guitar parts over the years, but also some of the biggest names in guitar session players from the 70s and 80s. Steve Lukather, Lee Ritenour, Larry Carlton, David T. Walker. Anyways, great guitar going on in the Brothers Johnson music in case you haven't checked it out. Make sure you come by TastyGuitar.com to get the free tab on this lesson by subscribing on the bottom of the homepage, and check the description below for information about membership at Tasty Guitar, where you can practice with the backing tracks, get feedback on your playing from me, live workshops, and so much more. Tune up and let's get started. All right guys, let's go ahead and break down this great rhythm from Stomp. This is coming out of the verse section. This is in G minor, starting on the and to beat 4 on this G minor 7 shape, coming right out of that bar chord shape on the top there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna hit it and slide out of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. On beat 3, you are gonna go down to this shape right here at the 5th fret. Hit that, go down to the 3rd fret, barred with the index finger. So far you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the and to beat 4, you're going to hit the F note at the 3rd fret on the D string a couple times. And then again on beat 1 of the following measure, followed by the G note at the 5th fret on the D string. So far we have this. Again. And then on the and to beat 2 of that second measure, going to go to this shape here, which is the C note with the F note. Hit that 3 times. Kind of sliding out of it at the end there. And that's pretty much the rhythm, and then just kind of repeating. And 1. Speed it up. All right, another very simple but great part that's coming out of Get the Funk Out My Face in E, just the octave here at the 9th fret on the G string together with the 12th fret on the high E string. Keep the right hand swinging in 16th note motion throughout. Here it is very, very slowly. Again, really slowly. So to get this clean, your index finger has to do several things here. Of course, you got to fret the note at the 9th fret there, but then you also have to lightly touch on the bottom of that D string to mute that string, and also kind of have it curved up a little bit here to mute the B string underneath the finger. Okay, so this stuff is really important. Also, you really shouldn't be going anywhere near the A or the low E string. All right, another very cool part here. This is coming out of Strawberry Letter 23, of course, the great remake from the Shuggie Otis classic. And this is an E flat. And basically what you're doing is just starting on the B flat note down on the low E string there, hammering that on to the C note. This is coming right after beat 1 on the 2nd 16th note of that beat. So this is 1, right there, hammering on, 1. Go to the root, back to the C. Kind of cutting those notes off a little bit. Then move up to the C note at the 10th fret on the D string, and then back down to the B flat at the 8th fret. And you're kind of doing this little shifty slide move from the 8th to the 9th fret on the A string. And back down to the 6th fret on the A string. 1. Down to the C note. 1. Back down to the B flat, following it with the C. 1. And then you're finishing off with this little run here, going down to the B flat, hammering it onto the C, to the E flat, and then finishing it off with either a hammer-on or a slide move from the 9th to the 10th fret, followed by the 8th fret bar there at the first finger across the D and G string. So here is the entire lick. 1. 2, 3. Let's repeat it now. 1. 2, 3. 2, 3. All right, killer groove here on Ain't We Funkin' Now. This is an A minor, starting on the A note down there at the 5th fret on the low E string. Gonna hit that and slide out of it. Something like that. All right, on beat 2, gonna hit a couple dead notes on the G string and then hit the A note at the 2nd fret. Then moving to the F sharp to the G, kind of hitting those and cutting them off a little bit. So that's the first measure, 1. On the second measure, you're going to rest on beat 1 and then you're going to follow it up with this. I'll play it really slowly. 1. Again, 1. Basically, that's just the F sharp, moving to the G, down to the C, pulling off from the D at the 5th fret, down to the 3rd, and the A at the 5th fret, pulling off to the G. 1. Again, 1. In the third measure, you're going to play exactly what you did in the first measure. So here are the first 3 measures. And in the final measure, you're going to rest on beat 1, then going from the F sharp down to the E, that's on the and to beat 2. So that's 1, 2. Follow that up, going down to the D note, the C, back to the D. Again, 1, 2. Most of those notes are played kind of cut off and staccato. So here's the entire riff. Now let's speed it up just a little bit and repeat it.